Hey YouTube, you know the drill already. This is 4 Produce 1 Sample, created by Andrew Huang, and we are making electronic dance music version of it. In this episode, we decided to take one of the most iconic sound of 2020, Among Us. And it sounds like this. And turn into the 4 different tracks. And finally, to make it more community event, we are giving away 3 Arthur Pigments synthesizer and 300 euros Mercury Tones voucher. And I will randomly pick a winner from the comment section below in around 2 weeks. So let's start, shall we?
Before I start explaining, just want to say it doesn't sound much like the original sample, but the original sample is actually all over my track. I started by sort of making individual cuts and built my own keyboards in Battery. So I brought in, for instance, the siren. I basically made a 4-octave keyboard, sort of changing the pitch of each note accordingly. I also put an envelope. Then I had a keyboard to jam with. I did that also for that pizzicato string instrument, as you can see here. I could do, chords, melodies, different bits like that. So I started jamming away. I started with the pizzicato, copied that over to the siren instrument. And that sort of inspired the rest of my project, I guess. So I started building a bass line initially with that siren sound. So I made it mono, rolled off a lot of the high end that was quite nasty on it. Drove it with some distortion, a bit of delay with Soundtoys Echo Boy, a bit of reverb added here, a bit of a center, some reverb. But that wasn't adding like enough sort of depth, enough sub. So I ended up building this patch in Monarch. Also made this twinkly leads from the siren sound. So stuff was sort of coming together. The horn sound. So I just sort of cut that piece. Had to use 2 sound shifts on it by waves. Decapitator from Soundtoys takes that to a new level. Smashed the sound. Some of the high end was a bit nasty on it. Wider is a free plugin from Infected Mushroom that just gave it some extra stereo width, and then a bit of sidechain pumping, send it to a bit of reverb. I made 3 instances of this, just different pitches. Everything that's got the AU is from the Among Us sample. So I've got this perk thing here. So I sort of used a bit of flex time to control the rhythm of this sound. And we've got bongo as well, a similar sort of effect that it creates in the track. Well, obviously it didn't have a bongo part of it, but what I've done to it by shifting it down twice, reverb, this is how it turned out. So yeah, it sort of sounded a little bit like a bongo, kind of, in the end. So obviously then I found some nice breaks. And then off-hats, sample packs, ride cymbal, extra drive and momentum as the track progresses, and then some more perks that came from the original break. Just added a nice, and then yeah, track sort of came together.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful stereo field.
Everybody's loving the snare rolls.
We are getting there. Oh, this one is immediate dance floor hit.
Funky bass line.
That bass in the background makes everything groovier.
Today I'm wearing my dancing shoes.
Cool use of the sample there.
Oh, the vocals.
some old school vibe.
Tracks takes you up immediately. Those high-pitched notes on the background. Cool.
Truly Anjuna style. Nice.
Really cool.
Oh no, it ended? No!
Great.
Nice. Like those symbols.
Hi there, it's Case and we have started to making track. First of all, I take main sample, this sample. It's sounding like a bass sample, so I started working with it like a bass FX. EQ, black hole pushing by your distressor, Echa Boy Jr. for delay for this, like this without FX and with FX. And it's working together with arrangement like this. The next sample that I use was this kind of blip plug or something like this, and I put it in a simpler EQ, black hole, delay. It sounds like this. Another element that I use, I put it in the drum rack, EQ, just a little bit, and VST portal for some strange delay, and of course black hole. And then I try to work with pigments and loop it. Really darky, strange mood, but I like it. Then I put also reverb and just a little bit EQ. And the next one that I use, trying to find some kind of arpeggio. And also use pigments. And I put all clip and I find a right sound for it. Also, I take another clip from this sample. It sounds pretty close to original sound. I use a portal for making some long delay. Some ping-pong delay from replica, after pen, and of course, just a little bit equalizing. Oh, so that's it. I hope you like track.
Nice. Straight to business.
Really groovy from the off.
Nice deep start.
Like that bass line. Hearing the horn.
Nice use of the sample there.
I guess those hits are coming from the sample.
Sounds like it was a favourite for everyone, that horn there.
Hans Zimmer vibes.
Oh, that was a cool synth.
Hearing that high-pitched bit from the original. Lovely little 909 clap there.
Quite groovy at the same time.
Nice shaker.
And that harp coming in really nice.
Deep arpeggio coming.
I wonder if that was the pizzicato string instrument. To a little breakdown.
Going into the break.
Another little melody coming in here.
Really smooth.
The siren-y sort of sound.
Great arpeggio.
Lots going on, lots of automating. Really like this.
We are getting there. Really like a cosmic space.
Lovely little opened up synth bit there. Comes in strong.
Alright.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Back to that sort of techno vibe introduced at the start.
Quite balanced, really. reflects the soul of the original sample quite nicely as well.
Yeah, really well done this. Really nice.
It's making me miss clubbing.
Arpeggio is really cool.
Good vibes. Nice one.
Oh, it's ending.
Yeah, definitely hearing that pluck.
Cool use of the sample there in the outro. Bam, bam, bam.
Really good. Like it a lot. Good stuff.
That was really nice, deep techno track.
Ooh, really nice.
I can just imagine dancing to this into like a dark club. Really well done.
Hey everyone, I'm Janus Rasmussen, a Reykjavik, Iceland-based producer, and here's my song. So first I went in and made some kind of sweeps and whoops out of the samples, and this one sounds like a Hans Zimmer kind of hit. You know, coming to a theater near you someday soon. The drums, I actually use this a stick sound, so this one. And then there's another alarm, I use that as a hi-hat. The main song is based on the stab, this sound here. And it's just this small sound right there, as you can see, that I'm made into kind of like a pluck sound. Let's listen to it. And here's a big old chain, a transient designer. Yeah, EQing, reverb, filters, sidechaining. And here's an ambience that is made out of the horn section. I put it into a granulator, so here it is. Just a lot of effects on here. I think one of the main things that comes then is a really strange sound that comes to the break. Super strange sound, but there's a plugin called Cycle. I took these notes out of the sample, I bounced it down, and then I put it into Contact. Let's unfreeze this thing. This plugin here called Cycles. So I think that's kind of creative, you know, just to make more out of the sample. For me, there wasn't so many melodies or chord structures to use in the sample, so it was pretty open what I could do with it. They're kind of sprinkled over the whole song. They're mostly in the effects here, going into transitions and bangs and bloops and beeps, and you get the drift. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's listen to it.
Let's listen!
Ooh. That was cool.
Quite a dark atmosphere to start with.
I guess it's distorted origin sample.
That horn is really well done on this. Nice beats.
Cool chords. Cool plugs.
Nice little chord progression as well, I like that. Groovy.
Oh, these synth sounds, they warm me up. Warm spaceship.
Really like groove.
Nice little melody coming in with those shakers. Hearing those sort of percussive bongo-y bits.
Really cool groove. I wanna dance.
Those synthwave style sounds on the background. Cool.
Lovely stuff into the breaks, into the breakdown.
Oh, the signature pianos is coming.
Got a piano come in.
Oh, yeah, no, so romantic.
That horn is just taken to extremes on this one.
The warm pianos. Nice glitchy arps as well.
Really nice intimate piano there. I wonder if he recorded that. really nice on the drop.
The track is so firm.
I wonder if those plucks are the siren sound. Nice little arpet up from him.
Really feels like a game soundtrack. Really cool layers overall. Really balanced.
Lovely little atmosphere to finish it. Nice stuff, really like that.
Yeah, I like it.
I really felt warm and soothing whole track, and it was quite danceable, happy, upbeat, really cool.
It's groovy, it's really atmospheric, light, and I like it.
So for this episode, I wanted to do something different from my previous tracks. And I really wanted to focus on the story because the game itself is really built on the story. Track opens up with sample, and then I created this sparkle sound, give this flying between the stars, if that makes sense. I made this by taking different chops and layering them up in the different pitches so that every hit is different part of the sample. And then I layered it with a deep bass sound, and this is done by just creating a wavetable from the original sample. Once I got this, I get the idea that we will hear the story from the perspective of the person who got the virus. So I had to create the drama. I've done this by just taking a horn part, and then to contrast the original siren sound, I put it into a sampler. Kind of sad but scared ambience right here. I was thinking quite a bit, how can I actually emulate the person who got the virus, and then pop into mind that if I use a vocoder and make it really vocoded, so it's really hard to understand what it's saying, it maybe create that we are hearing the virus sound, and altogether at the beginning of the track sounds like this. So we are hearing virus trying to follow somebody and try to kill that person. And then I had this really cool snare sample from the original sound. I added into pigments and took a piece of it, modulate the cutoff, some extra effects distortion. And then the same sample, put a pitch envelope on top of that and layer it with original crap. And all together they sound like this here. So we went into break like this. That pad sound in the background is also made from the sample. Taking the sample, put into the pigments, I reversed it and I added a lot of effects, so it creates swarm of pad sounds like this. My idea was when we go into the break, we will hear the person who get the virus. So idea was, what have I done moment, so that we hear this internal conflict. And then we go into this build up outside of the break. In the outro, we actually know if the virus won or the original person won. So I'm not gonna spoil it. We will see in the track now.
Nice twinkly.
Vocals. Oh yeah.
Nice voice.
That vocoder. Don't remember that from the original. Lovely little vibe on this.
Ooh. Nice.
Cool atmospheres.
grip on the bass. Like it. Lovely chord progression as well. Nice memorable lead. That is definitely that siren sound at the end. Here we go. So I just get lost in this.
It's great sound design.
The rest is really, really nice. Emotional in the break.
Oh, nice, beautiful voice. Voices.
Feel it.
Do the snare roll.
Oh, I needed it to come back.
Making us wait. Nope, we're done. Ah,
Teased me too much.
I want more. Cool, really nice one.
Really nice, mysterious atmosphere in this track.
Cool vocoder.
Really, really funny sound in the end.
Brilliant. Some really good stuff here.
Used one more sample than we got from Among Us. That was cool.
I really like it. Groovy, but really atmospheric track for me.
Love it.
Really nice job.